involved in the Dewberry Chuck Wagon races. Marty and Terry Lynn have 4 children, which you've already met, so I'll pass by that. Got a couple stories about Jimmy and me. The first one, this is something to say about Hereford cattle, but before Jimmy got his Ranger, we used to be up there on Saddle Horse, and him and me a doctor. And I remember catching one cow. I was the roper for some reason, and he was the doctor. And I roped this one cow, and she never even tightened rope. That's how quiet she was. But you'd also be riding along, and he would, you'd see a cow a bit gimpy. No, don't rope her. She's too wild. But there was one time, this is when after Jimmy got his Ranger, and he'd fill that Ranger full of barley pails, full of barley, and up there we would go, and we would check cows, him and me, and he just loved that up there. But this one time, we were going down a cut line, about as far north and east as we could get from the main corral, and got stuck in a muskeg, or on the cut line. So we sprinkled a little barley out. This one old girl come over. He said, catch her. So I caught her. We tied her to the front of the Ranger. And Jimmy's sitting in there, just the wheels are spinning, and I'm going, shoo, shoo. But she didn't want to pull us out for some reason. And then we had to get the rope off, and which we did. I wanted to cut it, but he wouldn't let me because it was a brand new rope. And we often thought if we'd have caught a Holloway chuck cow, we'd probably still be going. But anyway, that's about all I've got to say. I'd just like to thank Marty and Jimmy, and I'd like to congratulate them on the award. That's very good. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Glenn. I apologize that earlier when we were introducing family, I missed 2 of Jim's grandchildren, Tyra and Ryan. Dick, I apologize. We missed the Tia and Ryan. At this time, I'd like to call Brian Kimmel forward. Brian, if you would please. He's going to act as our president for the Lloyd exhibition today. Our president is not available. Brian is one of our past presidents, and he will make the presentation to the framed honor scroll to Jim and Marty. So, gentlemen, if you would come forward, please. Thank you, Brian. Jim, when we have you on your feet, if you got any words of wisdom for us, I'm sure you do. Jim Hines, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Brian just told me I could have a chew of tobacco, so I'm very, very pleased. And Glenn, you done a superb job. Missed a few things, but they were probably meant to be missed. And I'd like to thank the exhibition board for having this honor bestowed on us. It is a great, great honor. We join a bunch of people that are the greatest in the world for cattle industry. And I would like to thank the board again and Robert for nominating us. And that's about it. I'll let Marty finish it off.
I'd just like to thank the Lloydminster Exhibition Board for this, and for the people and the relations that come out to honor us. It's a very true honor, and I thank you very much for it.
Thank you very much. We're going to have a come and go social out in the foyer here in front of the of the sales pavilion here, so please stick around and don't hesitate to shake Jim and Marty's hand and then congratulate them on their great award. And that concludes our program. Thank you very much, folks, for coming by and being part of this award presentation for the Hineses for Cattleman of the Year. Thank you.